We're gonna go ahead and do a reading strategy lesson here, and for sake of time, I've already had Viviana, my daughter here, go ahead and give me some questions relating to the different subtitles and subheadings that we have here. We're using the strategy, I wanna make sure I say it right, SQ3R, survey question, and three questions review. I really enjoyed reading about this strategy when I read about it in my literacy textbook. So I want to make sure that my student here understands and can draw conclusions from reading this awesome article that I found. It's called Too Sick to Go to School and to Send in the Robots. We're reading out of Lexile 810 and we're looking at 4th grade right now, and the questions that she has provided are, let's go ahead and read your questions.
How do they control the robots?
Okay, she gave me the question, how do they control the robots?
Why do teachers allow their students to have perfect attendance when the students is not actually there? How do the students feel like they are a part of the class? Why does the robot glitch? How does the robot react when it is glitched? Does it just get frozen?
Okay, so just by reading this article title, we were able to come up with the conclusion that this story is all about what?
When kids are not able to make it to school, that the robots fill in for their place.
Yeah, the robots can fill in for their place when they cannot make it to school. So we do have some questions concerning this article. Have you ever had an incident where you're not able to make it to school and wish that maybe something or someone could have filled in for you? Yes? Would you like to elaborate?
I had some surgery on my nose and I wasn't able to go to school.
For about a week?
For about a week.
So now she had surgery on her nose and she was not able to go to school. So maybe if this was set in place in her district, this would have been awesome for her. So not only are we going to read this article together, but we are also going to look for the cause and the effect. I think we already know what the cause is. The cause is that this young girl cannot go to school. So we're going to figure out the effect, and we think we know the effect, but we're looking for these signaling words, these keywords that you're going to find when you're reading. Can you locate one of these signaling words that we find for cause and effect?
Right there.
Because, would you like to read me?
She uses a robot in school because she has an ongoing illness.
She has an ongoing illness, so therefore she uses a robot in school. So at the end of all of this, you're going to be able to fill in this chart. No, where is there a cause and effect chart I have that I use for my classroom? So let's go ahead and see if we can read this and answer some of these questions that we have. I'm glad that you wrote these questions down that you have for yourself, and I want to know that, and no matter what you're reading, you can write yourself little notes and little questions, okay? Every title, every subheading you see, make yourself a question that goes with that subheading so you can understand it a little bit better. Can you go ahead and read that for me out loud?
During social studies class, Jilly DeStefano acted like any other sixth grader at her school. She was lost in chatter with her good friends Melanie and Katie. Jilly, I like your hair, said Melanie, admiring her friend's neat brown pigtails. Suddenly, their teacher Melissa Fanelli showed up. Jilly, did you get the classwork I emailed you? Fanelli asked. Got it, answered Jilly. Jilly wasn't actually in the classroom. She was a couple miles away from her school, Octora Intermediate School in Pennsylvania. She was sitting at her dining room table at home. Perfect attendant. Her friend and teacher had been talking to her image on an iPad. The tablet was on top of a skinny robot called Perfect Attendant. Basically, the device is a pole on wheels that Jilly controls from a computer at home. The high-tech helper is one of more than 1,000 robots in America's classrooms. They are called remote presences, or telepresent robots. The robot allows kids like Jilly to go to school remotely. They can take quizzes, goof around with friends, and even go to lunch or on field trips. Sometimes I'm too tired to actually go to school, said Jilly. Since she was very young, Jilly had an illness that made her feel very tired. Her body cells are not able to make energy properly. By 3rd or 4th grade, Jilly was spending more time at home than in class. A teacher came to give her lessons at home. So when the school asked her last year if she would test out the robot, Julie and her family loved the idea. When she saw it, she said, "Hey, it's cool. Oh my gosh, it looks just like me." Paul San Francisco is the director of technology at Owen J. Roberts School District. 2 kids in his district use the robots. One just had heart surgery and the other is in the hospital. He said the technology is natural for the kids. They walk the robot from class to class as if their actual friend were there. They wave to her when she comes down the hall, he said. Students with chronic illnesses won't feel left out. Around the country, some students are using their robots for more than just class time. They might use it to attend school choir practice or go along on field trips. Several years ago, a student in South Carolina dressed up her robot in a tutu and pink ribbons. For Lily, the robot lets her stay home on the days when she needs to save her strength. That way, she will have enough energy to go to school activities. She doesn't have to miss floor hockey or flute practice, for example.
I'm recording. Bye.
Ashley DeStefano is Jilly's mother. She said conserving energy lets Jilly recover enough to do fun things and be a kid. Jilly loves school, DeStefano said. And she was sad when she had to be taught alone at home. She was just bummed, said DeStefano. She always felt left out. Jilly's an animal lover, and her favorite classes are art and science. Her goal is to become a veterinarian or to rescue sloths in the Amazon rainforest. Sloths are her favorite animal. But first, Jilly had to learn about ancient Egypt in social studies. She attended a class with her robot at her school desk, while she sat in front of her computer at home. Working with her friends Melanie and Katie, Jilly researched facts about Egypt. The girls chatted about Jilly, and Jilly made a thumbs up sign from time to time. Finally, their teacher leaned in to check on their progress. The occasional glitch. Finelli said that there are some glitches with the robot, but overall it has been great for Jilly's schoolwork. A few minutes before class was over, Melly guided Jilly's robot to her next class. The pair hadn't even reached her desk when the teacher asked, "Jilly, do you have that article printed out yet?" Science class was starting for Jilly and her robot too.
Awesome. First of all, you're a great reader. You read really beautiful. So let's see. Let's take your sticky notes and see if we can answer these questions. How do they control the robots?
Well, she controls it from a computer at her desk at home.
She controls it from a computer in her desk at home. You also asked why teachers would allow students to have perfect attendance when they are not actually there.
Well, we actually didn't get that one because the perfect attendant is actually the name of the robot.
The perfect attendant is the name of the robot, but why do you think teachers allow her to be present that
Because
way?
she's actually doing her schoolwork there and the teachers can see her doing it.
Okay, so she's actually there. So do you think they should be counted as being present in class? Okay, you also wrote, how do the students feel like they are a part of the class?
They're there with a bunch of other students that they can talk to and interact with.
They can interact with them and other students. Awesome, that's a good answer for that question. Let's remember. And then you also asked, why does the robot glitch, and how does it react when it glitches?
But I couldn't figure out that answer in the story.
Okay, so
It
we
just said that it glitches.
an occasional glitch, I guess, like our cell phones, and technology still is not perfect yet. That's interesting. Did you find this story interesting?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I really found the story interesting as well. Who's here? Okay. So what I want to do right now is I want to go back to this cause and effect. So one of the best ways to identify our main idea is to find what is the cause and effect. What caused Julie to use this perfect attendant in class?
Her body cells are not able to make energy properly.
Can you write that? The cause is that.
Can you write on the bottom?
Yeah, sure. Or you want to write on a sticky note? So Jilly's cause, the cause is that Jilly's body cells are not able to make energy properly. And so the effect is, what are they doing for her? What are they providing?
She uses a robot to go to school for her.
So she uses a robot to go to school for her. Not to go to school for her, to be present, right? So to allow her to be there remotely. When she's there, but she's not really there, right?
To allow her to be there remotely.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like when you show up in somebody's house on FaceTime across the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're really not there, but you can interact with them and have fun with them. Good job. So, I think this is an awesome strategy. I really do think you can use it in your next STAR test, and not just in STAR test, just in general. I've been using it now ever since I learned it and everything I read. And I feel that it helps me understand what I'm gonna read before I read it, right? Because we kind of did like a little preview and a picture walk, and you wrote your questions. I know it does take a little bit longer than just diving into a passage or diving into some type of nonfiction text, but I do believe that it will help you eventually. So what I want you to do now is I'm going to turn over the sheet of paper, and I want you to write a letter to your administrator asking for them to purchase these robots that allow students to attend school even when they are unhealthy to attend or are they unable to attend. Do you think that that would work in our school district? I think so. Mm-hmm.